you just don't want to get ripped off before it's been 24 hours. This is not cool. That's not cool, y'all. You understand me? This is like, damn, this is like the Flash now. Remember me? You remember this mug? Yeah. Vinyl Guru in the house, baby. And we are here to talk Record Store Day Madness. To talk the wild scams, controversies, madness, theories that I personally have about what's currently going on that I didn't used to see in the early days. Let's get into this. Let's get into this Record Store Day 2021. The scams, the controversies. Now, first up, I just want to say this is my personal opinion. I'm not insinuating that this is really happening. This is all allegedly. But this is something I truly am starting to pick up on or feel is potentially a thing. I mean, let's see if you think the same. And we'll talk in the comments. But before I do get into it, I just want to proceed to say that, you know, of course, we are in a very collectible market, and anything that has a collectability attached to it will always have what they are called leeches, my dear. People who, you know, flip things for a wild, vivacious price. But it is different when record stores are doing that. Yeah. There's been quite a bit of evidence to note that it is actually the record stores who are doing the flipping. If you could see here, I was personally looking for one of the main things on my list this year was actually the Lady Gaga Chromatica record. It was a trifold, really nice packaging and all of that, and okay, great, let's try to see it. Horrible. For something that has over 10,000 released copies, I didn't think this would be that tough. Normally I would be able to get things that were limited to 1,000, limited to 500. I didn't have that much of a struggle. But in this case, it was outrageous. And of course, there were, when you look online, there were actually record stores selling this. Brick and mortar pledged Record Store Day stores selling it for a little bit more than they're actually supposed to. Not even a little bit more. Some of them are selling it for a lot more than what was intended. If you can look here, you'll see what I'm talking about. Tragic. Yes, there are those people that will buy, you know, 4 copies of it, as you can see here, 2 or more, and sell. But there are also record stores, which I think is not cool, of course. It's not cool, it goes against the policies, and goes without saying that there is more to this than just that. Of course, they're not really allowed to do this. I had a friend out in the East Coast, shout out to DJ Funk Forever Cafe, link down in the description below for him, he's awesome. But he was searching for a particular record, and he said that 10 copies were bought to one person. That's not cool. That's not cool. There needs to be some level of negotiation here. There needs to be some sort of guidelines, some sort of 10 commandments for vinyl, so to speak, in order for everybody to facilitate a sort of sense of satisfaction out of this. There have been long-term Record Store Day goers, me being one of them, this is my 10th year now, who have participated in this and remember the early days. I remember lining up and getting almost everything I want. Now if I line up, I'm like, shit, am I even gonna get like 30% of what I want now? This is strange. This is strange. People don't normally feel this way. When I believe personally that there are record stores out there that are not putting out everything out in the shelves. I believe that there are some record stores that do put things on the side, you know, in hopes that maybe it does age well. And I believe that because of the data analysts, the data research that they tend to get, or the calls that they're constantly getting for particular titles, they have a better insight. They have a better insight for what is to be hot. They know that this might be a thing because 70 people called me about this and I only have about 5 of them. Let's put 3 of them away. I don't know, I'm just saying this in a small level, but I know that there are stores that do this because there is evidence, evidently to for me to, I'm not going to call people out, not going to name them out. I know I did a little bit on the screenshots here, but I do believe that this is not good practice, good business practice. By the way, guys, I am doing a giveaway for the new Royal Blood album, really killer. This is a limited, I think it's blue colored, limited version for this. So enjoy that if you're a huge Royal Blood fan. Thanks to the Patreons for being able to facilitate the giveaways constantly. I do the giveaways on Instagram, so if you want to check that out, go over there on Instagram. Should be uploaded maybe after around June 16, June 17. So enjoy that. A couple of days. It's going to be close. Or soon, whenever I upload this, whatever. Enjoy it. I do a lot of these giveaways, so keep a lookout on the Instagram. And Royal Blood, fantastic group. British sound, British loudness, British roar. Hope you enjoy that. So, I have put it out there. I do believe that record stores have something to do with this, as well as there being a bit of a scarcity. I know some people suggest that it's a false scarcity, but I don't believe that this is to be the case. There have been far more people getting into this, and the numbers have not changed. The numbers have not changed. It's still limited to 2,000, or, you know what I mean? 2,000, 4,000, that's not that much. If you really look into the scope of things, that is not that much, given how many people have gotten into vinyl, even just within the past 5 years. This is not helping. So, record store day, folks, hire me. Let me help you out. I can fix your campaigns. Trust. But if they did a few things that would, it would really help change the dynamic of what's currently happening with the loyal record store day goers and the new ones realizing that it's not as fun as it used to. Like, this is how record store day is. It's like, no. We remember it being fun. Don't believe that this is what record store day used to be. This is not what it's like, kids. Trust me, it used to be fabulous, darling. And now that it's changed, the scope of things have changed. The fact that the numbers have stayed the same have created even more of a surplus for people to do this. It's just gotten to the point where we've become, we've fell into this flipper era. But it's not even about that. It's also the fact that we just don't have as much people, as much records for the amount of people that want them now. Lift those numbers up, darling. If you lift those limits up, more people will have access to them. Less of this will continue to happen. Seriously. Come on, darlings. Another thing that I believe to be true is, I don't know if Record Store Day knows this, or if the stores are even all facilitating this, but I do believe some stores hook up the loyal customers. They hook them up with Record Store Day listings that they wanted. So they'll give them a list, they'll hook them up, and sometimes they'll get these titles a day or two before Record Store Day even happens. So Record Store Day is not even really an issue for some people. Why I say that is because sometimes I'll see these eBay listings or Discogs listings a day or two before Record Store Day. How does that even work? How does that work, darling? Something's got to be done. The other thing that I've been thinking, Record Store Day, man, you guys used to number your records. You know, I used to personally adore it. It was another geeky thing that we used to enjoy, seeing what number we got. You know, if it was a low number, hey, you know, it excited the soul. But needless to say, I don't see those anymore. You guys don't number your records anymore, which is another thing to think about, another thing to note, another controversy, so to speak. Are you really even pressing the certain amounts that you are suggesting that you are, you know? Without the numbered aspect to it, it leaves a little bit of mystery there. Let's say you say that you've printed 8,000 of a certain copy. Is it really 950? I mean, you know, 9,500. I mean, is it really 8? Is it really 10,000? I mean, who could really know? Who could know? It's up in the air when you don't number these things. It's part of the charm of Record Store Day too, having a limited numbered copy of whatever it was. That was the aspect of it that I personally enjoyed, and I've gone to see that the past few years now, nobody's numbering these records. I don't know if it takes you guys longer to do, but it's definitely worth the squeeze, as it gives you this level of assurance And it guarantees that, you know, it really is the number it really is, or, you know, the amount that it really is. And of course, for those who don't really know what I'm talking about here, here's an example. You got the Doors' Ghost Song, you know, you got the gorgeous stamp, which I don't even see anymore on a lot of records. This is what's going on? Okay. Then you've got the number right up there. This is a unique one where it's a little red, but normally it's, you know, it's a sexy gold, you know, but it's fab. I personally miss this. I don't know where it's gone. I don't know where it's flown, but please come back home. Come back home. Here's another odd thing that I didn't realize was even a thing, darling. A European friend of mine trying to buy a record in America because it was still available there, tried to buy it, and the record store was trying to charge him 3 times the price because apparently he's European. I don't know how that would change anything. Sure, maybe the shipping price, but I don't know why you would charge somebody 3 times more just because solely the fact that they're European. A bit odd. Very odd. Strange practices during this time. Very weird. It's almost like a strange sense of Cannibal Lecter thing going on. I don't know. But can you explain this? Please explain this to me, guys. I really want to understand. The other thing is, sometimes the stores are even selling the titles before anybody even comes into the store. They're selling them before... I mean, there's people in line waiting to get these, but they're already up online. Wild. The stores, I don't know what to say to you. Some of you are pure-hearted, good souls, and you're out there definitely, trust me, in spades. Here's a couple that I can give to you. If anybody's overseas in Europe, check out this store out in Holland. Fantastic. DD Record Shop, they are fantastic. This guy is the real deal. He's not a phony. Another one in North Carolina, Billy Hurst, fantastic guy. Riverbend Records. If anybody's out in the States out there, check him out. You know, Spin Me Around Record Store. Those guys are amazing souls. Family oriented. These guys don't chintz you. These guys are, I mean, they're such fair prices. These are people that you can trust, you know, and these are people that you can constantly go for, and you don't have to worry, you know. But they're not all like this, my dear. Not all like this. I'm just saying, I wish there was a little bit more clarity in this all, because it's gotten a little ridiculous. There have been some people that are now exposing the record stores for doing this, and they're trying to get them banned from Record Store Day in general. And it has been working, because some people have been listing under their record store name. I do believe that this is going to start to change now, because they've gotten exposed, they've gotten called out, they've gotten the whole cancel culture flag pinned on them now. I do believe that they're going to start putting it under their own personal names and accounts, so this won't really change. I do think something sort of needs to be done. You're not allowed to put it over 10% markup, let alone 5 to 7 times what it actually goes for. It's just not cool, dear. And the fact that it wasn't even 12 hours around the day, and the fact that it wasn't even sometimes the store didn't even open yet. This is really controversial. And it's really changed what Record Store Day is. Of course, I've said this many times now and during this video, but it's frustrating because we nerds have coveted this day. You know, this used to be Christmas for us. This used to be the holy vinyl day where we all came together, shook hands, made friends in line, and just were happy to be able to spin something fun, collectible, and nerdy. We, of course, love the nerdy, kitschy, limited stuff. This is part of the collecting gig, you know? But when you kill the fun like this, it doesn't really add the fire or the spark anymore. In fact, it kind of starts to revolt the good energy. And you're only going to be left with the rest of that. Think about that, guys, behind the scenes, in the suits, making the moves behind in the scene. Think about what that is doing to your current climate, your current customers, and how much they're starting to repel from this whole thing. Think about that, guys. But I do need you to know some things are definitely happening and people are seeing it. And it's sad. No one needs to be exposed for this, but sadly it's gotten to the point where it's been many years now and no one's doing anything. So we make videos now. Yes. Anyway, dear, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that opened your eyes a little bit to more of what is seeming to go on. And I hope it helped you realize, sassy cute. Toodaloo, darling. Toodaloo.